Today we are going to talk about our story.
We kind of had this sense that the next relationship we'd be in would be the person we married.
For March and April, we decided to not talk to each other. You text me, I have a crazy idea, keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was nuts. People were like, why are you doing that? We're like, because we want to get married sooner. So we pretty much went from like long distance to married and working together and everything being together. And so many people thought it was crazy. We've shared bits and pieces of the timeline before, but I feel like we've never shared it in like one cohesive story.
So from meeting to marriage, we're going to tell our story.
Let's start with the day we met.
When did we meet?
We met September 30th, 2017.
Yeah, we met
I'll
at a
never
conference
forget it.
For young adults. It was like connected to churches.
Yeah.
And I was going there for work, and Mariah had mutual friends there. And the mutual friend that we had there, like, kind of introduced us. And
We kind of knew of each other.
Yeah.
So when we met, we're like, "Oh, you're Dan, right? You're Mariah,
Yeah.
right?" It was kind of a meeting like that.
You know when you play it cool, like, oh, I don't really know you, but I kind of do. That's what we were doing.
And I remember thinking, wow, he's really handsome. I also remember thinking, this guy must be like 30 years old. At the time, I was 20 years old.
Yeah, now I'm 30.
Yeah.
But 7 years ago, I wasn't.
Yeah, so I was 20, and I was thinking, oh, if he's 30, he's going to think I'm like a child. I think I was okay with the age.
I guess it was 8 years ago.
Yeah, wow. 8 years ago now.
8 years ago, I was 22. So we met at 22, but she thought I was 30.
Yeah, so the age difference for me, I think I was okay with it if you were to actually be 30. But I just thought you wouldn't take me seriously. So I kind of like wrote it off.
Oh, so you would have been fine if I was 20? Or if I was 30 and
For
you're
the
20?
right person,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I just thought more, oh, he's going to think I'm like a child.
Yeah.
So I just didn't think anything of it. And I kind of was like, But then like an hour later, we were having a conversation. And somehow, for some reason, our age came up.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then I was like, oh, how old are you? And he goes, I'm 22. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I might have been talking about like the fact that I went to school right after high school.
Yeah.
And I had recently graduated.
So maybe
and so you're like, wait, how old are you?
Yeah. Wait a second. Why do you look like you're 30?
Just as a quick question, if you were 30, what's the youngest I could have been in that time? Like if we met and you were 30.
26, maybe?
26, yeah. So you go 4 under, 10 over? Or would you go even further over?
I'd maybe go 25 for you. Like you're, it's you. You're the same person. It's just your age.
I would go, yeah.
But I feel like the dynamics are different, like
for girls.
woman to man.
No, I'm saying like if you're older than me,
yeah,
I'd go 10 years, maybe even 12 years older.
Really?
If I was 20 and you were 32, and it was you.
That's so funny.
Anyways,
yeah.
So we met that day. We hit it off. We were introduced through mutual friends. We ended up going for lunch together with a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
And we just got chatting about family, and somehow like we were able to see each other's values pretty quick. Like I remember us talking about like the size of our families and how much we love family.
And how we grew up.
Yeah.
Because we grew up in like similar style of families, a bit chaotic, strict parents, but parents who were like involved in church and stuff. And so I think we bonded a lot over that.
I feel like both of our parents were strict, but also fun.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we had a bit of
balance.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to do our parents dirty because they were strict. But when I look back, I'm like, oh, my parents were really fun. Like it's almost like I forget the strict parts.
Yeah, that's true. I just remember like after meeting you, just feeling like, oh, I really want to be like good friends with that guy. Like I don't know, it's hard looking back because I remember I thinking you were good looking and like, but it wasn't really a romantic pull at first. Like, oh, I need to see if he's single and I need to text him back or whatever. It was more so like, I really want to be close friends with that guy. It was definitely,
because I even remember thinking like, oh, that was a really good hangout. And that was like a disproportionately good connection with you and the friend you're with, who's now still like a really good friend of ours. And I was like, oh, I would do that again. And I feel like I'm always kind of meeting people and stuff like that. So I wasn't like, it wasn't just like because someone said hi. It was like, oh no, I'm always having conversations with people, and something about that conversation really stood out.
And I remember me and my friend created a group chat with him after the conference that was called Best Friends. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Because I literally wanted to be best friends.
I was kind of like, whoa. I mean, the hangout was great, but toss me in a group chat. Anyways, I thought it was awesome. It was endearing. And then we hung out. We texted in that group chat for a while. you were
personally a bit about music.
Yeah.
And just other things.
We bonded over Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Right around that time was like Frank Ocean's like heyday in terms of like album releases. Blonde came out I think the year before.
Yeah.
Endless as well. So we were like bonding over that.
Yeah. And maybe a month or so later, we FaceTimed each other. So we were long distance. Daniel was living about a 4-hour commute. So drive and boat ride away from me.
Yeah.
So we FaceTimed, and then you told me you were interested in me on more than a friend level.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel the same way. And I was so excited.
Yeah. I think for me, it was within the like last kind of quarter or half year, I was like going through / went through a breakup. And so I wasn't like in a rush to meet someone. But I remember our connection was just so strong in that first month and a bit that I was like, I want to make sure she knows that this isn't just like a friendship bond that I feel.
Like I don't just like text. I'm not this interested in every girl.
And I wasn't just out there. Yeah, I didn't have this like repertoire of people I was texting. I'm just connecting with you right now. So I wanted to make that clear. And
I wonder if it helped that we were like long distance.
Yeah.
In terms of like you needing to communicate that, because if we were in person, maybe, and just kind of living life together, we'd just kind of see each other at things, and I don't know. I wonder if it would have played out different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know.
You know that thing with Kanye? He says the thing where it's like in the Grammys, he won an award, and he's like, some of you were asking me how I would respond if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. That's
Anyways, there you go. I feel like you have to be so careful with Kanye.
You do. You
dropping Kanye's name.
Kanye? See everyone's reactions around you.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. Anyways, and then where did we go from there? So
we were interested in each other, getting to know each other. We're like staying up so late, FaceTiming. I'm showing up to work the next morning so tired. Yeah. Well, both of us were. Yeah. Daniel's working like 4 jobs for some reason. And we're just getting to know each other, really. Like, our friends kind of knew of us, but we didn't know each other really at all. So we had a lot to catch up on. Fast forward to March of the next year. Yeah, so we were like kind of talking, getting to know each other for September, October, November, December, January, February, and then March came. I'd say January, February, March was when we kind of knew that this was going towards something pretty serious. And we kind of had this sense that the next relationship we'd be in would be the person we married. Yeah, we actually said that to each other really early on into our friendship. I think before we even knew we were interested. Not in a weird like pressure way. We were more just saying like, hey, we don't want to waste time. Yeah. I want to get married one day. And she wants to get married one day. So we just articulated that. And it was at the point where we were just friends figuring it out. So I just didn't want her to think I was less serious than I was and vice versa. So we clarified that. Yeah. So the reason why March really sticks out is because for March and April, we decided to not talk to each other. We call it 2 months of silence. We had our 2 months of silence. We have a video about this, so you guys can watch that if you want to. But pretty much, a lot of people, when they hear that, they think that we went on a break because we didn't see the relationship going in a good direction and we needed time apart. It was actually the opposite. We saw where things were going and how fast they could go because we clicked so well. Our feelings were growing really deep for one another, and we almost wanted to like slow things down a bit and be like, okay, whoa, let's remove ourselves from the getting caught up in the emotion of everything and take time to think on our own. Is this person actually right for me? Does this relationship make sense right now? Yeah. So the purpose of it was to remove the emotion, to take time away, time of silence. And the hope is that removing ourselves from the like, what would I call it? Like, it's almost like a hurricane of emotion and like the inertia of the relationship. We're like, let's just take time away and let's talk to mentors. Let's pray. Let's journal. Let's try to make sense of what we're wanting for the future, what the other person is, what the other person isn't, what you're needing, what you're not needing. And let's come back
at the end of March, talk for 30 minutes. I think our call was 30 minutes.
Oh, we
to
had
60
like
minutes.
a time cap on it? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would have talked.
Yeah. And then the purpose of that call at the end of March is probably like March, I don't know,
So
30th or
at the
whatever.
midway point.
The midway point was just to check in. It was like my desire to get clear on whether she was into it without having to wait till the end of April. So it's kind of like we wanted to, if she knew, for example, she didn't like me by the end of March, I just wanted to know that so we could just like go our separate ways.
It's kind of like if in the first couple of weeks it was made really clear to one of us, like, this isn't really for me, like this isn't going to work, then let's find that out at the end of March.
Yeah,
not
instead of
hanging on for 2 months.
Oh, I knew March 7th that you weren't the one.
But we weren't supposed to talk till April.
So I'm telling you now on April 31st. And so... Anyways, we kept going, and I felt like we landed on 2 months because 1 month felt kind of easy, and quick, and we felt like we wanted to push our comfort zones a bit.
Yeah.
So that's why we landed on 2 months. If someone out there wanted to do something like this, I would say do long enough that you miss the person or have the chance to miss the person. I think a part of that was like I was doing a humanitarian aid trip during March as well, so I could have gone the whole March and just been like swept up in the busyness of the trip. But it was long enough. I'd say do long enough that you miss the person, long enough that you can really process, have a couple chats with mentors and friends about the relationship to see if it's something you want to pursue.
Yeah.
And just make sure you're giving yourself time to really think and process.
I think too, like we were long distance, right? So 2 months worked for us. But I wonder if people like going to the same church, going to the same school, like their lives are very integrated. Yeah. If 2 months might be a little challenging logistically because you're seeing that person all the time. Like we really didn't, even when I would come across your social media, I'd swipe away. Yeah. Because I was like, I just felt weird like being too like seeing your life too much.
A part of it too is I don't think everyone should do what we did. Yeah. I think it's something unique that was necessary and helpful for our relationship. And I think that our taking 2 months kind of helps explain how the rest of our timeline went. Yeah. So we should share more about that.
Okay, so 2 months, March, April. Yeah. Then May, we call each other. We're like, okay, we both still feel great about this relationship. We're so excited for what's next.
Wait, hold on. Was it actually March, April?
Yeah.
Not April, May, for sure.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, let's date right now. And you're like, well...
Yeah.
We don't need to date right this second.
So we did March, April, then we didn't date all of May, didn't date all of June, and then I asked you July.
Because I remember May 4th, we hung out in person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah. Because it's a holiday?
There's no holiday.
Oh, yeah, no Victoria Day or no Victoria Day's later.
Anyways. We hung out.
BC Day, maybe.
We hung out at the beginning of May, and then we didn't start dating till July 1st. Yeah. I don't know why we took that extra 2 months. I honestly, like...
We're still in
I'm glad we
misalignment on this.
I guess I'm glad we did. Like, I like how our story played out, but like... Oh, maybe because of your work.
It's because of work.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, she'll remember. Yeah, Dan's work, it kind of functioned on a school year, and he had students, and they were quite invested in our relationship. And so the longer we could keep them away from our relationship, the better. Just because they were getting distracted from their studies.
So July 1, I asked Mariah to be my girlfriend. We were at a beach. I think...
You wrote me a letter.
This is one of those things that we remember differently. Yeah. Because I think you were like, we were by a tree, and then I thought we were in a hammock. But I think you're right.
Yeah, we were sitting by a tree.
And I gave her a letter.
And and then we were finally official July 1st, 2018.
That's when you were first my GF.
BF and GF for life. And
For the record, we don't say GF and BF, but I thought it was just be funny.
So then we were dating, and you had already met my family a bunch. Yeah. Because my family like lives here, but his family lives a couple provinces away. So I actually hadn't met them. Yeah, I hadn't met them at this point, which is kind of crazy. In real life. Yeah. I had FaceTimed them. So from here, it goes pretty quick. We started dating July 1st. We got engaged January 26th, I think it was. and then got married August 30th. So a year after we started dating.
Yeah, so
we were married.
yeah, from when we got married, so from when we started dating to when we got married, it was probably like 14 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason...
It's funny saying it like that. It doesn't seem as quick.
It actually doesn't seem that fast. Wait, this isn't fast at all.
But...
I think the fast part was like officially dating to engagement.
Yeah, because that was July, August,
6
September,
months.
October, November, December. I have to count with my fingers for it to make sense.
Typically like July to January is typically 6 months. July is the halfway point.
January, at end of January, I proposed.
Yeah, and it was great.
If you want to see the proposal story video,
there's a video somewhere. I will link the video, and you can watch that whole story. It was beautiful. But yeah, it went fast. But to those around us, I feel like it didn't feel fast for them.
Yeah. Those who were close to us.
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of people knew we had been talking, besides the 2 months, talking all that time.
Mm-hmm.
So from September 30th when we met to July 1st when we started dating, that time we were like getting to know each other, talking. We were serious about each other. So when we became official, it just kind of like ramped everything up.
So we originally planned for our wedding to be December of that year, so December 2019, but it ended up being August 2019. The big thing that was determining our wedding date at first was Mariah's school, and Mariah was set to be done. I think you were set to be done that fall.
No, at the end of August.
At the end of August.
Yeah, because I was in my last semester.
So we just had December for no reason.
It's because, no, we had it because we thought our summer was booked up with my school, because I thought school would go to the end of August. But then when I got all my syllabi, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm done everything August 6th.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
all of a sudden, all of August was free.
Yeah.
So I called Daniel, I'm like, oh my gosh, August is free. Should I move to you sooner? I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I gotta go. Because you were in the middle of something. You text me, I have a crazy idea. Keep an open mind.
Yeah. And then that's where I was like, what if we just did our wedding earlier by 3 months or by 4 months or whatever? And
it sounds all casual. Keep in mind it's May at this point.
Yeah, it was pretty late in the year, probably like late May.
We're already at May. We've been engaged from January to May, and at this point
we're supposed to get married August.
We're supposed to get married December, and then we pushed it up to August.
Sorry, we're supposed to get married December, and then so it would have been 4 months less of planning.
Yeah, and planning a whole wedding in 4 months. And we had already like planned our venue and certain things. I bought my dress, and that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
But so luckily we didn't lose any money, I don't think.
No, not really. Maybe a couple $100.
We shifted all of our plans. We changed the location. We changed everything. And I'm so happy we did that.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was nuts. People were like, why are you doing that? We're like, because we want to get married sooner.
Yeah.
And my school doesn't go until that late. So why not?
Yeah, so we got married in August, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
We were originally going to have it near Christmas, so it's like, I think we were going to do December 26th.
27th.
Or 27th, yeah.
Which is just
and so it's
wild.
Like, people would have had Christmas, and it would have flown in for the wedding or drove in for the wedding, and then we would have been gone. So it would have been like 2 days
it just
together
would have been so crazy.
For a family that's coming from out of town, et cetera, et cetera.
Whereas the way we did it, his family came in the week before.
Yeah.
Our families hung out together. Our families get along so well. That was like the first time everyone met.
And then the place we were living is like the best place to be in the summer.
Yeah, there's like swimming holes and cliff jumping and rivers and beaches and everything. And so that was like such a dream week. The week before our wedding.
It felt like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was the best.
And got married August 30th. Had a 2-day honeymoon at a little hotel like 30 minutes away. And then we were right into work.
And we were working together. 3 days after our wedding, we were starting, like, launching the 3rd year of
the
a
program he was running.
Yeah, so
then we were running it together. And it was really fun. And so many people said, you guys are so crazy. Because we went from long distance. I didn't move to you until like 3 weeks before our wedding. So we pretty much went from like long distance to married and working together and everything being together. And so many people thought it was crazy, but it was the best thing ever. It worked so well. And the transition was really smooth. And
then that December, we had a longer honeymoon. We went to Jamaica, where my family's from.
Which I highly recommend if you get married in the summer. to plan your honeymoon for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if where you live is cold, because then you get to look forward to this like warm vacation.
Mm-hmm. I do think that it's important for people to get away right away. For like even like I like how we did
some
it.
sort of getaway.
Yeah, where there's like a short like celebrating.
Yeah.
All the planning that happened, the wedding that happened, having everyone together, being able to process that together. But and then if you could do a longer thing, we were blessed to have had just generous gifts, and we saved a lot to be able to do that, and it was so worth it and awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
So met September 30th, 2017, married August 30th, 2019.
Yeah.
So it all happened within a 2-year span, which feels not that short at the end of the day.
That's our story.
That's it. If you had any curiosities, I hope we answered all your questions. And our story continues.
Yeah.
Now we have a baby and hopefully more one day. And
the rest was history. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe.
If you did want to watch that video about our 2 months of silence, it's right here. Feel free to watch that. If you like this video, feel free to share it with someone. And with that, we will see you guys next week.